And loneliness is not about just being alone or being single. Married people are lonely, people with families are lonely. You can be lonely in the middle of a wedding party, in the middle of a birthday party, your own birthday party even. In this world where we are so hyper-connected with social media, we have messaging apps, very paradoxically we are also more lonely than ever before. I find in my practice more and more clients and people saying that they are feeling lonely, they are feeling disconnected with others, and very sad because of that. And loneliness is not about just being alone or being single. Married people are lonely, people with families are lonely. You can be lonely in the middle of a wedding party, in the middle of a birthday party, your own birthday party even. And so we have to start looking into the nature of this loneliness. What we usually do is, it's such an unpleasant feeling that we want to run away from it. So we get into social media, we start thinking about something else, we find ways of distracting ourselves so that we don't feel lonely. But what the Indian philosophical traditions tell us, especially I have read a lot of teachers in the Buddhist tradition, and they very clearly say that loneliness is a way for you to meet yourself. And it's so interesting that you're actually feeling completely isolated and alone, but that can be an entry point into really knowing yourself. When we don't want to feel this unpleasant feeling of loneliness, or for that matter any other unpleasant feeling or emotion, we are actually cutting off parts of ourselves and becoming a very stilted version, narrow version of ourselves. And then we feel uneasy and unhappy, and we don't know where all this is coming from because we have just cut off parts or aspects of ourselves from our awareness. So the philosophical practices are actually encouraging us to do the opposite, to say, hi loneliness, please come, have a seat, and I will see what is going on. So when you allow yourself to be lonely, then deeper emotions can come up. Maybe you feel sad. Maybe grief comes up because you're lonely because you've lost somebody. Or maybe you just feel you're not good enough, or you feel inadequate. Deep underneath all this loneliness, and you feel that you are not connected because you're not good enough. Now, all of this has to be allowed. All of this has to be processed, and we have to sit with it. But it's not easy. If I'm going to say do it, you're not going to be able to just do it at the first go. What we have to do to be able to allow our emotions is we have to build resilience. We have to build capacity to sit with these. And one of the best ways to build this resilience is through the practices of mindfulness meditation. Now, when you meditate every day, you are giving yourself a chance to move away from your thoughts and be in the present. When you practice mindfulness, you give yourself space to know what is happening now. Any unpleasant feeling, any emotion is in the now. And those people who have practiced mindfulness for, let's say, a few months or even years, they know what they are feeling, they know the emotion they are having, they know how to sit with it, they know the body sensations associated with it. And so they really know how to work through this feeling so that it doesn't overwhelm you, it doesn't throw you off. So, on the path to self-knowledge, loneliness is a friend. And you have to learn to be a friend to this loneliness or aspects of ourselves. Do start a practice right away, and for sure you will be in a better place.